Why wrath destroys more than it punishes. Wrath is not the anger you feel when something goes wrong. It is not the flash of emotion that rises and falls. Christianity does not fear anger itself. It fears what happens when anger is kept. Wrath is anger that refuses to leave. It settles. It remembers. It waits. And while the world often praises wrath as strength, as justice, as power, Scripture sees something else. Wrath is anger that has stopped listening to God. You do not feel evil, you feel justified. You replay the moment again and again. The words they said, the disrespect, the betrayal, the injustice. And every replay sharpens the blade. Wrath convinces you that your anger is righteous, that your pain gives you permission, that silence would be weakness. But wrath is not loud at first. It begins quietly, as tension in the chest, as clenched thoughts, as conversations you rehearse but never speak. You still pray. You still believe, but now your prayers are crowded, not with trust, but with accusation. Why did you allow this? Why didn't you stop them? Why do they walk free? Wrath does not deny God. It places him on trial. And when answers do not come quickly, wrath hardens. Scripture warns us not because wrath explodes, but because it freezes the heart. Cain did not strike Abel in a moment of madness. He carried wrath long enough for it to choose for him. God warned him. Sin was crouching at the door. But wrath told Cain that God was unfair, that favor was stolen, that violence was correction. Wrath always lies this way. It tells you that destruction is balance, that punishment is healing. But wrath does not heal. It spreads. It bleeds into speech, into tone, into how you see people. You stop seeing souls. You see threats, offenders, enemies. And slowly, compassion feels dangerous. Mercy feels weak. Forgiveness feels like betrayal of your pain. Wrath feeds on memory. It keeps the wound open so it never has to release control. Because letting go feels like losing power. But Scripture teaches something severe. Human anger does not produce the righteousness of God. Wrath may feel powerful, but it cannot create life. It only consumes it. And the longer wrath remains, the more it reshapes you. Joy fades. Patience disappears. Peace becomes foreign. You are no longer reacting. You are becoming. Wrath does not just punish others. It rewrites your identity. Until anger feels normal, until bitterness feels honest, until calm feels suspicious. And one day, you realize something terrifying. The offense is gone. The person is gone. But wrath remains. Because wrath was never about them. It was about control. And control is the opposite of trust. Scripture does not fear momentary anger. It fears hearts that refuse to release it. Because release leads to forgiveness, and forgiveness leads to freedom. But wrath teaches you to hold tight, to guard the wound, to protect the rage, until faith becomes rigid, until prayer becomes argument, until love feels conditional, and wrath whispers, "This is who you are now." But that is not truth. That is captivity. Because wrath cannot coexist with the Spirit of God. One will eventually silence the other. So let me ask you, what anger have you been feeding? What injustice have you refused to surrender? Not because it is right, but because it feels powerful. Because the most dangerous wrath is not the one you express, it is the one you justify. And wrath that is justified will never leave on its own. It must be released, or it will remain and slowly consume the soul.